Now, part two of our 12 News exclusive, my conversation with Governor Tate Reeves. Tonight, the governor talks about his decision to close Unit 29 at Parchman, Medicaid Expansion, and is unapologetic about his decision making. Even as he was being sworn in, Governor Tate Reeves was already facing a major crisis. Inmate deaths across the state, many inside the state penitentiary at Parchman. 2 weeks later, in his State of the State, the governor announced the closing of Unit 29 at Parchman.
Unit 29 was built many years ago. It was never intended for the classification of inmates, some of whom are in there now. And so as we go and reclassify every inmate at the department, which is what we are undergoing now, it seemed to me to be the right decision to make for our system long term.
While the governor received some praise for this move, some prison reform advocates think the governor needs to go all the way and close Parchman completely.
We're not going to rule anything out, but we do think closing Unit 29 is a very good first step in getting the population under control. But there are many other things. We've announced 10 to 12 actions that we have taken, and what I will tell you is that we're going to continue to look for ways to move the system forward.
The governor is moving forward with finding a permanent corrections commissioner, but he's not going to rush it.
We would much rather get it done right than get it done quick. I will tell you, I've been exceptionally impressed with the interim commissioner, Tommy Taylor.
One issue he's not budging on is Medicaid expansion. He remains opposed, but believes that there will be some improvements to health care in the state this year.
When I talk about health care, Byron, you won't hear me talk a lot about the institutions, although we certainly want to invest in rural hospitals. I'm more interested in the patients, and I'm more interested in what's best for the patients to ensure that they have affordability of care and they have accessibility of care, because that's who I work for, the patients, my constituents, ultimately the taxpayers of Mississippi.
Governor Reeves says he wants to accomplish a lot during his first year. He knows that some of his decisions in the past haven't always been popular. He doesn't plan to change his style now that he's the chief executive.
There's an old saying in politics that goes something like this: friends may come and friends may go in politics, but enemies accumulate. And I made a lot of tough decisions doing what I thought was right for Mississippi.
Well, besides fixing the Department of Corrections, the governor says that there are challenges with the Department of Human Services and Child Protection Services. He's also proposing $100 million for a workforce development and believes that there will be a significant increase for teachers, that they just have to work out the details. For more of the interview with the governor and First Lady Reeves, join me for Mississippi Insight. That's Saturday night at 10:35.